All right, first clip of the evening. A disclaimer, very simple. I am a journalist, as Johnny alluded to, and that means I'm a lot better in the written word than the spoken word. So with that in mind, this is just an apology in advance if this is a bit rubbish or if I spend too long looking at my shoes. Second clip, this is me by local artist Nick Deakin. More about Nick later. For the time being though, I'm a feature writer, a leader writer and a columnist on the Sheffield Star. Now that might sound pretty impressive to my mum, if not to anyone else, but it does mean, of course, I'm a tabloid journalist. With that in mind, this is a mobile phone, it's a private investigator, and it's a dustbin. And I just want to reassure everyone in the room, I've never hacked into the first, I've never hired the second, and I've never sifted through the third. So, obvious question, what do I do? What do I do? Well, like most journalists, I started off writing hard news, and that is things like people doing brave things, people doing stupid things, people doing sexually inappropriate things. I've got a few examples coming up now. They're taken from my time on the Halifax Courier, which was my first paper. So, stupid. This is a guy, the first one, who drove his car off a cliff because his sat-nav told him to. Brave, it's a guy who got stabbed 6 times during a robbery and still made a citizen's arrest. And third one, sexually inappropriate. This is a teacher who wrote a novel about real-life pupils masturbating over her. If there's any of the teachers in the room, don't do that. But now, probably because I'm a better writer than I am voter, I write about interesting people doing interesting things. This is a Netherridge girl who's the Lord Mayor of Westminster. Even more impressive than that, that's a Mersbrook girl who's currently in Hollyoaks. I also write a weekly column that can be about anything I like, really. The first one there is, well, the middle one actually, is about my nana dying, very sad. The second one is about the fact my hair's falling out, even sadder. And the third one is calling David Cameron and Oliver Letwin a pair of dicks. So that's good for me. What's not so good is this. This is the Star's sales chart. 1991, 70,000 readers. 2010, 40,000 readers. That's still a lot of readers. That's 1 in every 10 Sheffielders buys the Star, 1 in every 5 Sheffielders reads it. But obviously, it's a decline. Why? Obvious reasons. People can get their information from lots of other places. Twitter, BBC Local, and free magazines like Now Then and Expose. None of those are in direct competition with the Star, but they all chip away at its readership slightly. So what? Why should anybody care that the local press is in decline, apart from me, who has my wages paid by it? Well, that's what I'm arguing tonight. I think people should care, and if for no other reason than without a local press, you wouldn't get stories like this one coming up. From the Lichfield Mercury. Tributes as popular local cat dies. Now this was page 5 of the Lichfield Mercury. I'm not making this up, complete with a picture and quotes from the family. What I love about this story is the cat didn't even die in an accident. It died from natural causes. Most human beings don't even get that if they die. Another reason I love the local press for howlers like this. This is the front page of the Star, naming, shaming, and showing the pictures of 12 football hooligans. The only problem, we blacked out all the fucking pictures. This is a howler. Even worse, we've boasted inside the paper there's nowhere for these hooligans to hide. There is, on the front page of the Star. But it's not just for non-stories and howlers that I think local press is great. I also believe for a strong democracy, a strong local community, you need a strong press. Why? Because of 4 reasons that I am calling the 4 P's. This is probe, provide, promote, and campaign. Campaign, not really a P, but I'm going to have it anyway. I'm going to give some examples of all these now, starting off with probe. And you're about to see a story about serious financial mismanagement at Sheffield Council. Now this is important because this £650 million figure is your money, and it's been wasted over 20 years through a systemic failure, essentially. But the only reason we know about this is because of a Star journalist spending hours sitting through meetings, sifting through agendas, and asking important questions. He's held the council to account on your behalf. We also provide, what do we provide? We provide answers to the age-old question, what were the police doing outside number 55 last night? Because we have a direct link to the emergency services, we can tell you that honestly, rather than you finding out through rumours on Twitter and Sheffield Forum, for example. We also promote, now this is Nick Deacon, who I mentioned at the top of the talk. Now 2 weeks after I carried out this interview with Nick, he got a contract worth hundreds of thousands of pounds from General Motors. Is that a coincidence? Yes, obviously it is. But still, if you want to promote yourself locally, there's no better place to do it than in a local paper. We also do campaigns. Local papers are there to be your voice about things that matter to you. This is just an example of one I like. Sheffield's Women of Steel, who kept the kind of foundries going during the World War II. The Star is trying to get a memorial for them. I think it's worthwhile. So from that to this is someone pissing in the wind, which is probably what I'm doing tonight. Hopefully one of two of you sort of agree with what I've said, but I'm in no doubt that me standing up here talking is going to halt that sales decline. So the question is, coming up, why even bother? And the answers are, well, there's two answers, a pair of drums and a number. One, because sometimes it's nice to stand up and bang the drum for something you believe in. And two, because every day, like I said, I have to write about someone doing something interesting. I'm sure there's loads of you fall into that category in the room. So if you want to see yourself in the Star, please give me a call on the Features Desk number. Thank you.